Hello. The fiscal cliff is a combination of tax cuts and across-the-board spending cuts scheduled to become effective December 31st, 2012. In other words, it's just budget cuts with a hefty income tax increase. The genesis of the fiscal cliff is in 2011. Congress created the fiscal cliff to resolve a partisan struggle over raising the federal debt ceiling. On other websites that I researched, there was a lot of other beliefs on who actually created the fiscal cliff. A lot of people brought up the term, but no one really knew what it was. The first person to bring it up was an economist named Alec Phillips. Another individual who brought up the term was Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke. And then the first person to bring this up was Safir Ahmed. He was a reporter for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch in 1989. He wrote an article in the paper about state education funds, and that was the first time anyone had ever used the term fiscal cliff. But everyone knows of the event in August 2011 concerning the raising of the federal debt ceiling. On January 1st, 2013, Congress addressed the fiscal cliff. They passed a compromise bill. The bill contained higher tax rate for taxpayers earning more than $400,000 a year. They also phased out certain tax deductions and credits for those who earn over $250,000 per year. There was an increase in estate taxes and the expiration of payroll tax cuts. I believe that the Congress should have done one thing different when addressing the fiscal cliff. They should have said more about the spending cuts, which they didn't even state anything about. I'm sure a lot of people were wondering about the spending cuts rather than just the increase in taxes. Like I said, the Congress omitted to address this on January 1st, 2013. I believe that raising taxes is only a small part of fixing the budget problem, and spending cuts, I believe, are a big part of what we need to do. On March 3rd, 2013, Congress did make an additional action on the fiscal cliff. Obama officially initiated the cuts with an order to agencies, which included spending on educational programs and health services for low-income families. That was significantly lowered. The staffing trends for government services such as airport screening, traffic control, law enforcement investigations, and prosecutions. Federal agencies such as Homeland Security, the Pentagon, Internal Revenue Service, and the Department of Education all prepared to notify the employees that they will have to take one unpaid day off per week through the end of the year. There is still a gridlock over automatic spending cuts. The White House insists higher tax revenue through elimination of tax loopholes and deductions that benefit wealthier Americans and corporations. The Republicans seek an approach of spending cuts only with the emphasis on entitlement programs. So they have two different beliefs of what should be done dealing with spending cuts. I believe that sequestration is a good tool for addressing the federal budget deficits. It cuts spending where it's needed and increases taxes, which will make a very big difference in long term. The Congress and President should not address the difficult task of making choices on revenue shortfalls, because it is their responsibility to figure out and negotiate between the Republicans and Democrats over what they should do to make this nation better. No one else really needs to get involved. It just makes it a bigger issue. I believe that if it's something that us Americans are able to vote on, then it should matter. But us sitting at home really can't do anything. It is their responsibility, they meaning the Congress and President, to make the decisions on what to do, working together to make this nation a better place. Thank you.